All right, well, I'm going to dive right into it, Danny. Thursday bracket. So I think what I was doing was I wanted to pick my four winners. Okay, I want you to tell me, what you think about them. Uh, so as I'm going kind of down this list, you got Club Molisani number three has Aldino DeFranco, Sal DiGiorgio, Franco Aniro, and Renato.
Yep.
Okay, you're a big Renato fan, man. I mean, those guys, they could make it. They could make it back for sure. Decent squad. But I'll get right into my first team that I think is going to make it to Sunday, and that's CPF Home Inspections. It's Feli, Scala, Joe Cesar, Jim DeFranco, and Tony Melorano. After looking at this, they are probably the favorites overall in this bracket. I don't think it's a question. I think they're the favorites for sure.
I think Tony's in a lead role on that team too, right?
Yes, I was looking at that too. Tony's probably going to lead role. Yes, I know that Joe's probably going to lead hit. Feli likes to hit second, and Jim will probably roll second. So yes,
yep,
very good team.
We played against them in the spring tournament. It's a tough team, man. They're just tough.
They're tough.
Come out with every different,
and it's
every
a different beast, dude. They know these courts. Molisani, it's Molisani. The Cleveland guys, they play league and pickups there every day. Like they're good there. It is what it is. Another team I do like, FP Supplies. James Salvaggio, who's running the tournament. Good job, by the way, James. You always run a pretty good tournament. Frank Rossi, Dave Melorano, and Ron Rear. Ron Dog. I kind of like that team. They're tough. They're fighters. They're good players, and they all can shoot and hit. I'm assuming Dave.
One of the Mr. Molisani's on that team, Frankie Rossi.
Yes. I believe Dave will probably lead role on that team. Rossi will roll second. Ron Rear will shoot first, and Salvaggio will hit second. Going to be my guess as far as how that's going to roll.
I think the way they set up for this tournament, that sounds about right. And when I say Frank is Mr. Molisani, he won the singles championship, club championship there. Frank can do everything.
Right.
He can do everything.
Right. I agree with you. So that's my second team I think is going to make it. My third team, probably not going to be a shocker, is the Hunters. Okay. We got Silvano, Petey Barak, Nick Dodona, and Milan Jurkic. Okay. It's Petey, dude. Every tournament, Pete's always there. I am done betting against Petey. It's not going to happen. That's going to be my third team I think is going to make it back. And then my fourth team.
Pete's a top 10 shooter. You were wrong. Pete's a top 10 shooter. The kid's a stud.
Yeah, he is.
He's getting better with age. He's like a fine wine.
Yeah. Like a fine wine, man. Like a fine wine.
And there's no better conversation than him and Silvano trying to talk what to do. Him and the Walrus. It's the best.
Yeah, for sure. And then I have a fourth team. I'm gonna say them, and then I have two or three other teams I also think will have something to say about making this one. But the fourth team I will pick, and I'm doing it out of it just has to be done, is Watertight Roofing. You got Mike Triv, Pino, Billy Batters, and Joe Palumbo. Okay. Three of those guys have won a Molisani tournament before. Actually, the past 2 years they've won the big tournament. Actually, all of them. I forgot. Billy Batters won it this last year. It's really hard for me not to put that team in as making it to Sunday. I just can't do it. So
it's the same team that won the spring, and they substituted Carl Greenaway. Fantastic, obviously, player in one of your top tens. And then for Pino. Pino. Oops.
Right. Who I think he's going to be playing his natural position this tournament. It's going to be dangerous. He's going to be shooting second, I would assume. So that team is good for sure. And then I got a couple here. Waterloo for sure with Rocco Guerreri, Bruno, Keith Lavrich, and Claudio. Okay. They not only can make Sunday, they could win the tournament. Like you could probably put them in the top 15 to 16 teams that could win the tournament, right? Like you have to. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's just what it is. And then there's also Matrice Club, Lou Fatica, Mario DeLillo, and Vic Melorano. They don't have a fourth yet, so I'm curious to see who that is. But listen, their club, it's Lou. Lou's a dog. They have a good team.
Who knows? They might even get Alex Lou's son. I mean, they're
Yes.
always dangerous there.
Yes. And there's one more that I looked at, and I say it because I seen Oliver Markin's name on it. Okay. Perk Consulting. You can say what you want about Oliver. He's a player. I've seen him play there a lot. He's very comfortable. Every team he has there usually does really well. I think he made the last 7 Sundays at Molisani in the summer. It's hard to not give them a shout out there. So that's kind of my Thursday bracket here. What do you think?
Fair enough. I think just a couple notes, like how it pertains from what you just said about the teams going into the bracket. That Waterloo team, they don't play any of the teams that you mentioned in their first 3 games, so they could very easily go 3-0.
Yeah.
Have a ton of confidence about themselves.
Right.
But one of the games that I think is going to be really, really large is first one, FP Supplies versus Hunters. First game. One of those two teams.
Wow, that's the first game. See, I don't have the brackets here. That might have changed a little bit. Listen, they're playing first game. Wow,
they're playing the first game against each other. What a game!
Okay,
who do you got winning that game? Who do you like it?
FP Supplies versus Watertight.
FP Supplies versus Hunters. Silvano,
Hunters.
Pete Burrow.
Hunters.
Yep, Nick Donona and Milan.
I gotta be honest with you. Petey's not the team you want to see first game. I'm sorry. I think he wakes up ready to play. Ron Dog and Dave and them guys, it might take them a little bit of time to get going. That Ron Dog's team is the team I don't want to see in the losers bracket, right?
Yep.
I'm going with Hunters. I'm going with Hunters game 1 for sure.
Love it.
For sure.
Love it.
Sure.
All right, let's move on to Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays.